A few weeks into their time at Hogwarts, Harry, Ron, and Hermione had started to settle into the rhythm of magical life. A few weeks into their time at Hogwarts, Harry, Ron, and Hermione had started to settle into the rhythm of magical life. They were getting the hang of their classes, the mountains of homework, and the sheer wonder of it all. But for Harry, one thing felt distinctly off. Every time he walked past the third-floor corridor, those heavy chains and formidable locks seemed to call out to him. The door itself pulsed with a strange energy, and whenever he got close, the scar on his forehead would prickle with a faint, familiar tingle. One evening, as they huddled over their homework in the Gryffindor common room, Ron voiced what they were all thinking. "Why's that door so scary?" he asked, looking up from his parchment. Hermione, ever the voice of reason, answered sharply, "It's forbidden. That means we're supposed to stay away, or at least pretend to." But Harry's curiosity was a powerful force, far stronger than any warning sign. His curiosity only grew after an unfortunate run-in a few nights later. Harry was heading back from the library when he bumped right into Argus Filch, the school's perpetually grumpy caretaker. "Watch where you're going, boy," Filch snarled, his lantern swinging wildly and casting eerie shadows on the stone walls. Harry jumped back. "Sorry, I didn't see you there." Filch's pale, bulging eyes narrowed. "You first-years have no respect. Keep out of the third-floor corridor if you know what's good for you." That warning, paired with the persistent tingling in his scar, didn't scare Harry. It made him more determined than ever to uncover the secret. The next day at lunch, the forbidden door was the main topic of conversation. "I've been asking around," Ron whispered, leaning in so no one could overhear. "Some say it's guarded by a giant three-headed dog. Others think there's some kind of treasure hidden behind it." Hermione just shook her head, looking worried. "It could be dangerous magic. It might even be cursed. We really shouldn't go near it." But Harry couldn't shake the feeling that this was different. He had survived Voldemort as a baby. A locked door didn't seem so intimidating in comparison. He had a gut feeling he could handle whatever was waiting on the other side. A week later, something happened that confirmed Harry's suspicions. Lying on the floor just outside the forbidden corridor was a small, rolled-up piece of parchment. It had no name on it, but Harry knew it was meant for him. He unrolled it and read the spidery script, "Danger lies beyond the locked door. Only the brave and true may pass." A friend? Harry's heart started to pound. He rushed to find his friends. "See," he said, showing them the note. "Their asterisk is asterisk something behind that door. We have to find out what it is." Hermione hesitated, her brow furrowed with anxiety. "We could get into serious trouble. We might even be expelled." Ron just muttered, "But it's Hogwarts. When has curiosity ever killed anyone?" "Well, mostly." A grin spread across Harry's face. "We'll be careful, but we have to know." That very night, under the thick cloak of darkness, Harry, Ron, and Hermione crept out of the Gryffindor common room. They tiptoed past sleeping portraits, shimmering ghosts, and down the echoing halls of the silent castle. Soon, the third-floor corridor loomed before them, colder and more forbidding than ever. The chains on the door rattled softly in a draft. Harry reached out and placed his hand on the heavy wood. To his surprise, it was warm to the touch. He turned to his friends and whispered, "Ready?" Ron gave a firm nod. Hermione, biting her lip, gave a smaller, more reluctant one. Slowly, they pushed the door open, and were met with a deep, rumbling growl that vibrated through the stone floor. They froze. Something massive was stirring in the shadows just beyond the threshold. In that terrifying moment, they understood. This wasn't just a locked door. This was the first real danger they had faced at Hogwarts, and it was waiting for them. Beating a hasty, silent retreat back to the grand staircase, their hearts were hammering against their ribs, but even with the adrenaline pumping, Harry's resolve was set. "We're going back," he said, his voice low but firm. "We have to. I can feel that whatever's behind that door is important, and somehow it's connected to everything." Hermione let out a long sigh, but she nodded. Ron, trying to lighten the mood, muttered, "Next time, I'm bringing extra shoes." You know, for running, the first clue had been found, and the first danger had been faced. Hogwarts had finally revealed its mysterious side, and for the three friends, the adventure was only just beginning.